What's going on?
Hi, Sugar Lips.
I'm sorry?
Donna struck gold.
What is it?
LemonLyman.com.
What is it?
It's your fan site.
What are you talking about?
There's a website devoted to all things Josh.
You're kidding me.
No.
LemonLyman.com?
You have fans, Josh. Not many of them from the looks of it, but what they lack in numbers, they more than make up for in fervor.
What do they talk about?
You on Capitol Beat, you on Meet the Press, you on U.S. News and World Report.
Well, there's also this section called Sightings About Town.
This is reserved for actual Josh encounters of the third kind, most of which seem to have taken place in restaurants and haberdasheries to which you've never been, unless you're leading a double life, and I think we both know you're not that clever.
LemonLyman.com.
Right now, we're reviewing the section devoted to the Josh fantasy date. This, it should be painfully self-explanatory, is where the women, and more than a few men, I've got to say, discuss what they would do with you if
All right, can everybody who doesn't work here please go work where they work?
I want to work here now.
You can get this at your own desk.
You better believe it.
See you at lunch. All right, you've got senior staff with COS, then senior staff with the Roosevelt Room. There's a meeting with the economic team to pre-brief for Fed chair, and that's followed immediately by advanced state and NSC to go over the next 6 months of foreign travel.
Look at this thing.
Josh?
Right, yes. Let me know when CJ's briefing starts.
No, I'm asking you if you'd like to go together with me to see an internationally renowned opera company perform a work indigenous to its culture.
Right. And in what way will it distinguish itself from a date?
There will be, under no circumstances, sex for you at the end of the evening.
Okay.
So what do you say?
Well, like most people, I am an absolute nut for Chinese opera. Chinese being known the world over for their soaring and romantic melodies. And what with your guarantee that there won't be sex, I don't see how I could say no.
Good then. I'll come by and get you at about 7:30.
Yeah. And you know what's good about this? If you hadn't come along with your offer of Chinese opera and no sex, all I'd be doing later is watching Monday Night Football. So this works out great for me.
7:30.
Yes, indeed. Mallory had an extra ticket to the opera for tonight, and she asked me if I'd like to go.
Mallory who?
Mallory, your daughter.
Mallory, my daughter.
Yes.
Has asked you.
Yes.
To go to the opera using the tickets that used to belong to me and Mallory's mother.
Yes.
The woman who used to be my wife.
Leo, for whatever it's worth, she's made it very clear we won't be doing anything tonight you'd have a problem with.
Like what?
Why don't we stay away from that?
Best that we do.
So...
I'm fine, Sam.
You're fine?
Yeah.
You're sure?
Jenny and I aren't using them. Somebody should.
Thank you, Leo.
Go back to work, Sam.
Yeah.
Fine.
Excuse me, Mr. McGarry.
Charlie, call me Leo, would you?
I'll try, sir.
What do you need?
I've got a message from Nancy Becker's office. Tomorrow's the Deputy Transportation Secretary's 50th birthday. They're having a party, and the president usually likes to send a letter.
Yeah. Tell someone in the communications office. They'll give it to one of the staffers.
Yes, sir.
Wait. Nancy Becker needs it tonight.
Yes, sir.
Give it to Sam.
Yes, sir.
My shoes are shot.
Shut up.
This is something that came up, Mallory.
It's his 50th birthday, Sam. They couldn't have seen this coming for like the last 50 years.
Fair point.
I'm going home.
Don't go home. Stay here. Give me a half hour. I can come up with a new draft.
A new draft?
Yes.
You've already done a draft?
Yes.
You need to do more than one draft on a birthday card?
Birthday message, Mallory.
Sam.
Half hour. We'll get there by intermission. There'll be plenty of death and shrieking. Second act.
Hello?
Hey, baby.
Don't hey, baby, me, you addle-minded Machiavellian jerk.
Should I step out?
Sounds like it.
You gave him that idiot assignment on purpose.
Yes.
Why?
'Cause I felt like it.
Dad?
You know what, Mal? Your mom's got a genuine beef. I widowed her the day I took over the campaign. But I don't think I've done anything to you. Working in the White House doesn't allow any flexibility insofar as leisure time, as you've discovered this evening. I'm done being blamed by you for this.
So you make Sam write a birthday card?
A birthday message.
Why?
It's just my sense of humor.
Hey, Mal.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Margaret. Hey, you all dressed up?
Yes, I am.
Yes, sir.
Yes, could you bring me the Chief of Staff schedule for today, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. You look look a little glum, Mallory. Did you have plans to go out this evening with someone who had to cancel due to circumstances beyond their control because they had made a commitment to a common and higher purpose?
You're a co-conspirator on this.
Oh, thank you, Margaret. These are just some of the things your father did today. He met with the director of the CIA and received an intelligence briefing regarding stores of plutonium in a country which, shall we just say, is not on our Christmas card list. He brokered a compromise among Senate Democrats for funding of something fairly trivial, but I can't remember quite what this was. Oh, yes, of course. The U.S. Army, yes. He met with my chief counsel to discuss the news that it's possible I've broken several federal laws in the week and may have to serve from 1 to 3 years in prison after resigning my office in disgrace. How'd that go, by the way?
We're fine.
Cool. He received a security briefing, a Central American briefing, and wrote a position paper. And he's been counseling me throughout the day on a bad decision I have to make. Oh, and by the way, this was a very light day.
Due respect, Mr. President. What's your point?
That's a perfectly fair question.
You know what, sir? I can take it from here.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm right next door.
Thank you.
Oh, my point is, give your dad a break.
Excuse me.
Hey, hang on. How's it going so far?
Good, thanks. I was wondering if I had a few questions for Leo McGarry. Do I go straight to his office, or do you like me to run it by you first?
At the beginning, I'm going to ask you to give me a quick hit, just so you can learn how to keep the crazy stuff out of his office.
Stop it.
Why? What do you got?
Reporter looking into the White House, suppressing a NASA commission.
This is 2 in 1 day. Did the White House interfere with Cassie on antitrust? Yeah. You can go ahead and work with CJ's office, and sure.
Thanks.
Wait. What did they say we got in exchange for calling off the DOJ?
100,000 computers in classrooms.
They said that? You weren't just making a joke?
No.
They said that to... Carol said the reporter said that?
Yeah.
Well, now we go see Leo.
So you're our new Sawbones,
Sawbones is a doctor.
is it?
Yeah, lawyer's a shyster.
I got him to say it.
I don't... Josh is a lawyer.
Well, yeah, I mean, he went to law school, but you don't practice law is all I was saying.
I don't practice law. I help write the laws. I write the laws. I make the laws. I am the law.
We're having a problem with the bird outside our office. Are you having that problem?
Oh, better than that. I think I may have a family of bats.
Margaret, this is Joe Quincy.
Yes, Joe. The girls in the political affairs office saw you before and asked me to tell you that they wouldn't have covered your parking spot with mayonnaise if they'd known you were a biscuit.
Okay. Well, tell them, no problem.
Leo,
What do you need? Quickly, set a record right now, make the news.
you mind if I go first? Okay, Donna just got a question from the Post. I'm sorry, by the way, have you met...
Yeah, I met him. What?
Right, you go first.
Yeah. Mr. McGarry, the press secretary came to me with a question from the Post science editor who has a source claiming that a NASA study was classified at the urging of the White House.
What do they think it said?
That, sir, they claim it said that a meteorite from Mars was discovered in Antarctica about 30 years ago, and that we found fossilized carbonate molecules. That we know there's life on Mars. That's what they're saying we're suppressing.
The Defense Department classified the NASA Commission report.
I'm sorry?
That report was classified by the Department of Defense.
The report exists?
Well, I can't tell you that, Joe. It was classified, but I can tell you it was classified by the Defense Department. What about you?
Did we get the Justice Department to call off its antitrust investigation with Cassian?
They didn't call it off. They settled.
I know, but ask Donna what they bribed us with. Tell them what the Post said we got in exchange for calling off justice.
100,000 computers in classrooms. What?
That was part of the settlement, 100,000 computers.
There's a leak. The Mars people, don't even get me started on that, because the stuff I think you still won't tell me. Who knew about the terms with Cassian outside us, and now them?
The president, me and you, counsel at Treasury and Commerce, 2-3 guys at NEC, Hackley, Little, Mate.
The vice president?
Yeah, the assistant attorney general for Antitrust. Did we say the...
Excuse me, are you saying the vice president knew the terms of the Cassian settlement?
Sure.
Fix this, would you please? There's a story out there we're obstructing justice, and another one we're like in a Ray Bradbury yarn. These things make me crazy.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Josh,
Gotta go. Yeah.
are you okay?
Yeah. What?
Is it true that Leo can't stand a guy named Lord John Marbury?
Why?
A reporter asked me.
What's a reporter doing talking to you?
It's a friend of a friend.
Leo McGarry has nothing but respect and affection for John Marbury.
That's what I said.
Good, because Leo thinks he's a lunatic.
He's very handsome.
That may be so, but Leo thinks he's a lunatic.
Are you threatened by his brilliance?
No.
You seem threatened by his brilliance.
How do you know he's brilliant?
I saw his picture.
I'm not threatened by his brilliance, nor am I threatened by his good looks.
What about his charm?
I'm not threatened at all.
I'm sorry, I meant Leo.
Neither Leo or I are threatened by his brains, his looks, or his charm. He is, however, a lunatic Brit, and we're grateful there's an ocean between us.
There isn't anymore.
There isn't what?
An ocean between you.
Please, don't tell me.
He's the new British ambassador to the United States.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah.
He's dreamy.
Just gonna, stand next to the wall a little while longer.
Gerald, old friend.
Good to see you, Ambassador.
It's as if the gods themselves insist that we be not long apart, you and I.
They do seem to strongly insist upon that, yes.
Your assistant, Margaret, is looking positively buxom.
Thank you. I'll tell her.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, well done.
John?
Oh, my aide, Caprice.
How do you do?
Leo McGarry.
Good to see you, Ambassador.
God bless you, Josh. The prayers of millions were answered.
Thank you, sir.
I have come.
Yes?
I am Lord John Marbury, along with my aide, Caprice, and I'm hereby presenting my credentials in the fervent hope...
John, we do that later with the president.
Excellent.
I will tell you, though, that I personally welcome you and I look forward to our new partnership.
As do I.
I know we've had our differences in the past, but I think you know I respect you. I congratulate you on this auspicious occasion. And as a matter of fact, the timing of your arrival couldn't be better.
How so?
Leo's trying to convince the president to give the NMD more time.
And you're an expert in the field, and I hope I can count on your support.
Well, you may hope for it, but you'll not have it.
Why not?
Because the NMD is an absurdly wasteful military boondoggle that will never produce a working missile. It violates any number of elements of the ABM treaty, and any argument you make in its defense will surely be moronic.
Détente.
I'm sorry, Gerald.
We're gonna have this out.
Excellent.
Let's go get United or whatever the hell it is we do.
It missed by 137 miles.
Yes.
I could have missed by 37 fewer miles, and it would have still have missed by 100 miles. It doesn't work.
That depends what your definition is.
Well, my definition is precisely the same as everyone else's. John! Mr. President.
It's good to have you here.
Your servant, as always.
What made you agree to take the post?
I don't know. I suppose it's possible I was drunk.
Reasonable bet.
Listen, I got to go a few blocks across town and give an address on global warming and the future of our planet. That's not something you're interested in, right?
Oh, good God, no.
Okay. Well, stay here and fight with Leo about something. We'll get you some dinner. I'll be back in an hour. We'll do your thing and then enjoy the reception.
Excellent.
Indeed.
Here we go. An hour, did you say?
Yes.
I'll need some amusement.
Good evening, Your Lordship.
Excellent.
John, let me explain why you've been waiting. I have to see people in the order in which they arrived. You got beat by Argentina.
Oh, well, yes.
You also lost out on preferred seating for the State of the Union.
I'm required to attend the State of the Union?
Yes.
Well, then attend it I shall.
Okay. Tom?
Mr. President, it is with pleasure that I present His Excellency Lord John Marbury of Great Britain, and by request of the Secretary of State, ask that you accept his credentials from Her Royal Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, as Great Britain's ambassador to the United States.
Where are you on the missile shield?
Well, I think it's dangerous, illegal, fiscally irresponsible, technologically unsound, and a threat to all people everywhere.
Leo?
I think the world invented a nuclear weapon. I think the world owes it to itself to see if it can't invent something that would make it irrelevant.
Well, that's the right sentiment. And certainly a credible one from a man who's fought in a war. You think you can make it stop? Well, you can't. We build a shield, and somebody will build a better missile.
Well, it's a discussion for serious men. They say a statesman is a politician who's been dead for 15 years. I'd like us to be statesmen while we're still alive. Lord Marbury, I accept your letter of credence from Queen Elizabeth, and by affixing my signature and seal, do hereby declare you to be an ambassador extraordinary and plenipotentiary.
Well, thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
God bless America.
God save the Queen.
You bothered by this?
The memo?
Yeah.
Yes.
We've heard it all before, Leo. You drive me to the political safe ground. It's not true.
I know it's not true.
Good.
You drive me there.
What the hell did you say?
And you know it, too.
Leo?
We're stuck in neutral because that's where you tell me to stay.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not, sir.
You want to do this now?
Sir?
You came to my house.
Mr. President?
You came to my house, Leo, and you said, Jed, let's run for president. And I said, why? And you said, so that you can open your mouth and say what you think.
Sir?
Where'd that part go, Leo?
You tell me, Mr. President. I don't see a shortage of cameras or microphones around here. What the hell were you waiting for?
Look.
Everything you do.
This morning.
Everything you do says, for God's sakes, Leo, I don't want to be a one-term president.
Did I not say put our guys on the FEC?
No, sir, you did not.
Leo?
You said, no, you said, let's dangle our feet in the water of whatever the hell it is we dangle our feet in when we want to make it look like we're trying without pissing too many people off.
You're writing a fascinating version of history, my friend.
Oh, take a look at Mandy's memo, Mr. President, and you'll read a fascinating version of it.
You brought me in on teachers. You brought me in on capital gains. You brought me in on China. And you brought me in on guns.
Brought you in from where? You've never been out there on guns. You've never been out there on teachers. You dangle your feet, and I'm the hall monitor around here. It's my job to make sure nobody runs too fast or goes off too far. I tell Josh to go to the Hill on campaign finance. He knows nothing's going to come of it.
That's crap.
Sam can't get real on Don't Ask, Don't Tell because you're not going to be there. And every guy sitting across the table from him knows that.
Leo, if I ever told you to get aggressive on campaign finance or gays in the military, you would tell me don't run too fast or go too far.
If you ever told me to get aggressive about anything, I'd say I serve at the pleasure of the president. But we'll never know, sir, because I don't think you're ever going to say.
I have said it, and nothing's ever happened.
You want to see me orchestrate this right now? You want to see me mobilize these people? These people who would walk into fire if you told them to. These people who showed up to lead. These people who showed up to fight. That guy gets death threats because he's black and he dates your daughter. He was warned, do not show up to this place. Your life will be in danger. He said, to hell with that, I'm going anyway. You said no. Prudent or not prudent, this 21-year-old at $600 a week said, I'm going where I want to, because a man stands up. Everyone's waiting for you. I don't know how much longer.
I don't want to feel like this anymore.
You don't have to.
I don't want to go to sleep like this.
You don't have to.
I want to speak.
Say it out loud. Say it to me.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
Say it again.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
Now we're in business.
What's happening?
We got our asses kicked in the first quarter, but it's time to get up off the mat.
Yes.
Say it.
This is more important than re-election. I want to speak now.
I'm going to talk to the staff. I'm going to take them off the leash.
You have a strategy for all this?
I have the beginnings of one.
What is it?
I'm going to try that for a little while.
These current Fed drops. I haven't eaten lunch yet. If anyone's going to the thing.
What do you want?
I would like salad, I would like a soup of some kind, and if you were to run across a sandwich, then hang the expense.
Right.
And I would like a bottle of water.
This is Charles Young.
I'm supposed to vet you. I beg your pardon? Vet you. I'm supposed to vet you, investigate to discover if there are problems. I'm Josh Lyman, Deputy Chief of Staff.
How are you?
Is it Charles?
Charlie.
Charlie, you can have a seat if you like.
I don't mind sending.
Donna,
What?
never mind the salad. I'm not going to eat it anyway.
Fine.
But I would like a bottle of water as soon as humanly possible.
Fine.
So have a seat. I'm sure you understand why we have to go through this. It's a very sensitive job. It's also a very hard job. 20-hour days aren't uncommon, long trips at the last minute, a lot of wait and hurry up. Moreover, there'll be times when you have to make yourself invisible in plain sight, as well as an undeniable force in front of those who want more time than we want to give. Sometimes the people I'm talking about will be kings and prime ministers. You understand so far?
Sir, I'm sorry, but I think there's been some kind of mistake.
Really?
See, I came here, I filled out an application for...
Yeah, I have your paperwork.
Right, see, I came here. I was looking for a job as a messenger.
Yes.
And I had an interview with Miss De LaGuardia, and she told me to wait.
Yes.
And then she told me to come here.
Yes, that's because we asked Miss DeLaGuardia to keep an eye out. She's recommending you for a different job.
Sir, if you don't mind me asking.
Personal aide to the president. You don't have to call me sir.
I don't understand.
Personal aide to the president. Traditionally a young guy, 20, 25 years old, excels academically, strong in personal responsibility and discretion, presentable appearance.
Sir.
We obviously get quite a few candidates who meet those qualifications, so the rest is just gut instinct. Or you could bribe me.
Sir,
Seriously, Charlie. We call the president, sir. Everyone else says, hey, when am I going to get that thing I asked for?
Water.
See, that's not... See, there's been a mistake.
I'll say, Donna.
I should go.
Unsuccessful?
What's the problem?
I don't think we're allowed to make up our own words.
Oh, and like there's no chance it's a typo.
Change it, would you? Serious people are going to read that. Charlie, you're standing again.
Well, I see. I came here for a messenger job.
Why aren't you in college?
Well,
I mean, these transcripts, your grades are better than mine.
misalignment.
Oh, not really, but they're close.
It was an easy school.
No, come on. I'm looking at recommendations from guidance counselors. I'm looking at ACT scores. You didn't want to go to college?
Well, I have a little sister at home.
You take care of her?
Yes, sir.
Your parents are gone?
My mom, she's a police officer. She was shot and killed on duty a few months ago. 5 months ago.
This was just, I think, a bad day. I have to tell you, he's ordinarily an extremely kind man, placing a very high premium on civility. Today,
Sure.
it's just been a very difficult few days for him.
I think I should probably go.
Excuse me, Charlie. Can I see you inside, please? Come on, it's okay. I'm Jed Bartlet.
I'm Charles Young.
You prefer Charlie, right? Listen, Leo McGarry filled me in on the situation with your mother. I'm so very sorry. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of calling Tom Conley, the FBI director, and we had the computer spit out some quick information. Your mother was killed by a Western .38 revolver firing KTWs, or what are known as cop killer bullets. Now, we have not had a whole lot of success yet in banning that weapon and those bullets off the streets. But we're planning on taking a big whack at it when Congress comes back from recess. So what do you say? You want to come help us out?
Yes, sir, I do.
Thanks, Charlie.
30 seconds, please.
All set.
You tell me.
It's a pretty ugly tie.
My granddaughter gave me this tie.
My nephew gave me an ashtray made at summer camp.
Get away from me. Somebody throw this guy out of the building.
Stand by.
Thank you.
I've never felt like this before. It doesn't go away.
I don't understand.
I was on the helicopter with him earlier this morning, and I'm telling you, he's second-guessing himself. He's revising answers in his
Leo.
head. I know.
What? I don't... When I left him, he was ready. I don't understand. He's ready. You can see it.
Not this morning.
This isn't supposed to happen with you people.
Christians?
Yes. What happened to Steady as she goes?
A smart guy said the presidential elections are won and lost on 1 square foot of real estate. Up here.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
All right, we still got a day and a half before he debates. We'll go back to school.
I think that's just going to pour gas on the problem.
What do you want to do?
We've got a 2-minute drill right now. I think whatever answers he gives, we should just say, that's terrific, Mr. President.
Then what's the point of the 2-minute drill?
We got 5 of them scheduled before tomorrow night. We're using 1 of them for this.
This is crazy. I don't believe this.
That's terrific, Mr. President.
Right.
Leo?
Listen, we're going to do something in the drill right now.
What?
No, it's just positive reinforcement.
Why?
He has a problem this morning.
All right. Leo, I've got a 9:30 flight. I'll be there sometime after lunch.
You really can't do this with a phone call?
Oh, God, I don't know. The man died. There's a widow. We're asking him to pack. I'm an hour and 15 minutes away in a rent-a-car, and we didn't make it personal.
All right, I just need you in San Diego.
Josh.
We're still looking for 10 words.
I'm still looking for him, too.
10 words, 10 words. Let's go.
We're going to expand the field. No notes during this drill. That's you, too.
What's that?
No notes during the drill.
Why?
He's in his head. There's pretty important feedback in the 2-minute drills. We've got 4 more. We've got 1 on the plane.
When's Debbie actually starting?
The president sent her to the Maxwell School for a 3-day crash course in everything.
You know, you got a $10 bill in there on your clipboard.
Yeah, I owe it to someone.
You can all go on in.
Thank you.
10 words. 10 words.
We don't have them yet, Mr. President.
All right, let's do a drill.
Mr. President, despite a rise in tension around the globe, you've held up funding for a missile defense shield.
Too much money for too little protection.
Good.
Next.
Sir, you oppose a voucher system that would offer children a choice of better schools.
That would offer some children a choice of better schools, but I haven't given up the ghost on better schools for everybody, and vouchers drain money from that goal.
Mr. President, this next question is on capital punishment, which you oppose. If your youngest daughter, Zoe, was raped and murdered, would you not want to see the man responsible put to death?
First of all, it's important to understand that the president doesn't make that decision, though he appoints Supreme Court justices who do so. Why? All right, I'm not going to say that. I'll just go right to, no, I don't. I think you know that I'm opposed. Let's not do that. I haven't seen any evidence that it's a deterrent, and there are more effective. In my state.
Oh, my God.
What?
You weren't kidding. What's the matter with you? When I left you, I just mentioned your daughter being murdered, and you're giving us an answer that's not only soporific, it's barely human. Yes, you'd want to see him put to death. You'd want it to be cruel and unusual, which is why it's probably a good idea that fathers of murder victims don't have legal rights in these situations. Now we're going back to school.
Let's go, $10. Crisis of confidence. You did 1 square foot of real estate?
Yes, I did.
$10 for you. And you big bear, come to me. I'm gonna kiss you right on the mouth.
$10.
Anything else, sir?
Work hard.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
sir. Thank you, Mr. President. Oh.
Remember the tie Josh had to give me at the last minute?
Yeah, I heard that happened. So do you think there's any point in still having the debate?
There was a lot of juice in that tie. It was like in the last seconds, just the energy getting me out on stage.
Well, tough.
Sir.
Yeah, I gotta go.
We'll do mushy later. So, for now, I just gotta say I love you so much that my head's gonna fly off. But more importantly, game on, boyfriend. Let's go.
Okay.
By the way, I feel bad. I don't think I've done enough to help you prepare for this debate.
Why are you telling me this now?
Just 'cause.
Oh, my God. You're insane. Are you? You're insane! Charlie!
Seconds, please.
Josh, we need your top.
What the hell?
Take it off.
What happened?
My wife cut it off with scissors.
Folks, when I get you to the stage.
We have that kind of time.
15 seconds.
We're gonna get it. No one's done camera tests on this.
Right, let's run some.
Sir.
Right here. No.
Ladies and gentlemen, President Jed Bartlet of New Hampshire and Governor
Could you keep it down?
of Florida.
Quiet, please.
Let her on in, Becky.
Good morning.
Hello. You look sensational in your Gabriella something thing there.
Thank you.
Cloak and dagger.
Look,
Cloak and dagger?
it was one sentence in a 2-page note.
And you sent me a note?
I was asked here on business, which I usually conduct at my office.
I was going to come there, but then I thought between the lobby, the elevator, the reception area, the paralegals area, the associates area, and the coffee room of a Washington, D.C. law firm, there was an outside chance that somebody might recognize the White House chief of staff.
All I meant by cloak and dagger is that I'm not cut out for the security meetings and the secret this and the back channel ambassadors. It's like you're in the mafia.
Well, it may be like I'm in the mafia, but I'm not. I work for the good guys.
It was one sentence. The problem was you were never at the other end of the phone.
That's an entirely different kettle of beans, and we can have that discussion, but history has shown that if you just wait and tell it to a divorce lawyer, you can have half my stuff.
I don't want half your stuff.
You don't know. Some of it's good stuff.
Where are we going?
Someplace quiet where we can talk.
The White House Situation Room.
We just call it that.
Am I even allowed to be in here? Look at this stuff.
It's a map of North America. What are you worried about? Hey, where are you from?
I'm from Lincoln, Nebraska.
Lieutenant, can you throw an opal drill up on the wall? Lincoln, Nebraska.
What's it doing?
It's showing a first strike nuclear attack from Beijing and North Korea. Hey, look at that. Lincoln survives the first of the not so much.
Leo.
First of all, we have to go beyond the normal attorney-client privilege here. This is sensitive.
There are no degrees of attorney-client privilege. I don't care if it's sensitive.
No, I'm talking about state secrets with highest security classification. If you told anyone, you'd be convicted of treason and sent to prison probably for life.
No, I wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't. It's nothing like treason. But if you told anyone, it'd be bad.
What?
Do you remember last May that a private plane carrying Kumari Defense Minister Abdul Sharif went down near Bermuda and that all the passengers, including Sharif, were dead?
No.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, it happened. Kumar has been investigating the accident because they believe there was foul play. And we believe, in fact, we know they're trying to frame Israel. They're producing phony evidence.
How do you know?
I'm sorry.
You said we know. How do you know?
Because we do.
Why isn't it possible for Israel
Jordan, we know any evidence of assassination is manufactured.
How?
Because we destroyed all the evidence.
Mr. McGarry, I have the president on your line.
Yes, sir.
How's it going?
Fine.
Is she there?
Yeah. What do you know?
Casper's here. He's going to talk to me. I'll send him to you next, all right?
Thank you. What are you about to say?
I don't know. I still have about 2 minutes.
Okay.
You just knew it was going to end up like this.
Good evening, Mr. President.
Allergy medicine and tractor fluid we're getting high on now.
All right, you guys getting strippers or something?
How do we do it?
Basically, Langley manufactures documents, photographs, audio messages, even a body double if necessary.
Is this going to get ridiculous?
Absolutely. We make sure agents in Iraq, Syria, and Iran get a whiff of the story, and word inside and outside of the palace spreads.
We'll see it on Al Jazeera?
If we do our jobs.
No disinformation to U.S. press, right? We don't give disinformation to American press, unless it's about my medical history?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go.
Thank you, Mr. President.
All this posturing is a preamble or something.
You ready to say hello?
Why not?
But I'm the cool aunt. This is what I do. Look at this. Oh, good gracious, black silk couture gown.
I'd have to be 5'11" to look good in that.
As luck would have it, that's my height exactly.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I'm just gonna take this one, too.
What is it that you look for exactly?
No, when you see it.
What do you mean?
Look this way. Now look this way. Now look this way. Now look this way. Now look at me. What'd you see?
Over here, there was a mother with 2 kids. Over here, there was a man in a coat, and I can't remember what else. Over here, I can't remember, and over here was the checkout counter, and there were some people there, and I can't remember what else.
Anything bother you?
No?
About the guy in the coat?
What about him?
It's me. Why is he wearing a coat?
I don't know.
I don't know either. But until one of us leaves the store, I'm always gonna know where he is.
So you're always looking?
We're actually not supposed to talk that much.
Sorry. So, what would it take for you to brandish your weapon?
What? I mean, excuse me?
What would it take right now for you to just reach in and brandish your weapon?
Something pretty extraordinary.
How long have you been with the Secret Service?
Well, I went to college basically on an Army scholarship, which means that after you get out, you have to serve a certain number of years. I was with the Chicago Police Department for a few years, and I've been with the Secret Service for the last 9.
Have you ever brandished your weapon?
Yes.
Have you ever fired it?
Yes. What?
I'm just trying to think of when in the last 9 years an agent would have had to fire his gun. Unless you were at Roslyn. Well, you're a good guy. I'm sorry, am I not allowed to touch you?
No, it's okay.
On CJ, you're not gonna believe this.
What?
Hogan, we're gonna tell her another time, okay?
Is Simon bothering you?
No.
If he is, if he ever does, I want you to shriek at the top of your lungs, okay?
Okay.
Dawson, 809. I've got Flamingo.
Hey, Jamie, could you give us just a second?
Yes, ma'am.
Come here.
Me?
Yes. What were you and Hogan talking about that you would tell me later?
I was on Eagle's protection detail in Roslyn.
Oh. I didn't know that.
No, it's just...
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
I just said thank you.
Okay.
Well, I should get going. Have a good night.
Good night.